Well, my friends, let your skepticism be bolstered. If you were not yet sold on the shot, the vaccine that they want to give you or force on you, whatever, we'll get there eventually. If you've been skeptical of it, take a look at this from the Epoch Times today. This says AstraZeneca vaccine suspended by Germany, France, Italy, and Spain over precautions. It's about the precautions. So what exactly are they precautioning you from? This says AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccines, or vaccinations, were halted by France, Italy, Spain, and Germany due to precautions, officials said Monday, as Italian officials seized thousands of doses of the medicine in a northern province after a man died. The UK company and the EU regulators have previously said there is no evidence that the vaccine is to blame for reported blood clots and alleged deaths. They always want to say there is no evidence. Quote, the decision has been made to suspend the use of the AstraZeneca vaccine as a precaution, hoping that we can resume its use quickly if the judgment of the EMA, that's the European Medicines Agency, allows it, French President Emmanuel Macron said at the press conference on Monday. Germany's government said Monday that it will also suspend the use of the AstraZeneca shot after reports of dangerous blood clots emerging in connection with the vaccine. Some reports said recipients of the vaccine had fallen ill. And you've seen this in the United States. I believe Doug TeNaples' father had been admitted to the hospital 4 days after receiving the vaccine because he had blood clots in his lungs. Quote, after new reports of thromboses of the cerebral veins in connection with the vaccination in Germany and Europe, the PEI considers further investigations to be necessary, said the German Ministry of Health Monday. Quote, the European Medicines Agency, the EMA, will decide whether and how the new findings will affect the approval of the vaccine, it added according to new reports. The Italian Medicines Authority, the AIFA, meanwhile, confirmed it would suspend the vaccine as a, quote, precautionary and temporary measure ahead of the EMA's ruling. Italian prosecutors on Monday announced they seized thousands of doses of the vaccine in a northern province of Piedmont after a man died hours after he received the vaccine, Reuters reported. The man was identified as 57-year-old Sandro Tagnati, a music teacher who fell ill and died in circumstances that are unclear, officials told the news agency. Officials in Italy's Sicily ordered a separate batch of the AstraZeneca vaccine be seized after 2 other deaths were reported. Quote, it is therefore important to ensure that continued administration of the drug throughout the country does not lead to further consequences, harmful or fatal, until we are completely sure that Tagnati's death cannot be attributed to the above-mentioned inoculation. This is from prosecutor Teresa Angela Camelio, said in a statement Monday. Also on Monday, Spain's health minister Carolina Diaz announced that the country will stop administering the shot for 2 weeks. Diaz also announced that it would be precautionary and temporary. So all the precautions and temporary measures, they say. Spanish officials have said that they've only been giving the AstraZeneca vaccine to people under the age of 55. So that's worth noting that people are dying and having issues and going to the hospital with blood clots, and they're all under the age of 55 in Spain. The Epoch Times reached out for AstraZeneca for comment. They said, there have been 37 reports of blood clots out of more than 17 million people vaccinated in the 27-country European Union and Britain. Because of the Brexit, they're not considered part of the formerly 28-country European Union. The drug maker said there is no evidence the vaccine carries an increased risk of clots. Quote, many thousands of people develop blood clots annually in the EU for different reasons. Right, but how many of them were because of now this? If they hadn't had the vaccine, how many of them wouldn't have gotten a blood clot at all? I know that they can blend in because of large numbers, but how many wouldn't have had it? That's just proven by this point, he says. The incidence of vaccinated people, quote, seems not to be higher than that in the general population. In Europe, Ireland, Denmark, Norway, the Netherlands, Bulgaria, Romania, Luxembourg, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Austria, and Iceland had previously suspended usage of the vaccine, so they've already cut this out. Outside of Europe, Thailand, The Democratic Republic of Congo and Indonesia have all suspended it. Denmark's agencies also said that a 60-year-old woman died after receiving the shot. Okay, worth noting. Polish Health Minister Adam Niedzielski on Monday warned that Poland would hold off on a decision to approve the vaccine. So there you have it. The AstraZeneca vaccine being pulled from the shelves, so to speak, in most European countries. Now, you heard that nice Animaniacs sounding list of other countries that have done it, but now you see the big dogs coming out to bark. Germany, France, Italy, Spain saying, listen, it's precautionary and it's temporary, because they're basically trying really hard not to piss off their friends in the AstraZenecas and the Modernas and the Pfizers of the world, because they all just did this big nasty plot together last year. And now they're all kind of parting ways because they're kind of done with this. They're kind of like, hey, enough. And so these countries are saying, hey, we're done with AstraZeneca temporarily, precautionarily, but we're going to be done with this. So that's what I think. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Like the video, as always, share the video with a few people you know. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Make sure your notification bell is on. Make sure you can support and give as much as you can give. And if you can, keep America afloat.